Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some emergency nerfs with Hank. So we already knew just from Hank's release he was completely broken, and finally they've made some adjustments, mainly to the bug side of Hank, because of course that was the main issue. There was a lot of bugs, and that was probably the reason why it was so broken. So we can go straight into the patch notes. When there was a maintenance a couple of hours ago, and of course this is at his lower level. We'll go into his stats in a second, but we'll look through his bug fixes. And so they fixed the bug where they gave too much power from the damage buff source, power cubes, gears, especially that 8-bit composition. Every single time I went on ladder, it was 8-bit Hank. It was disgraceful. I could not get on ladder whatsoever. It had to be power league every single time I went on Brawl Stars, just so I could ban that Hank. Fixed Hank's super scaling when upgrading the Brawler, which is another bug. Fixed the bug that occurred when Hank used the super right on top of a Brawler and dealt more damage than it was supposed to. I always thought there was a little bug with that, because I felt, especially with like aggressive Brawlers, like Hank could just still shred them once you pop your gadget and then press the super, and then just a lot of other things as well, like damage scaling with supercharge as well, and just so much, there's just so many bugs with Hank, which made him so strong. And then in terms of things away from bugs, there's a big HP nerf and there's a big damage nerf. So the biggest one by far is the HP nerf. He used to have 9,000 health and now 7,500, and instead of 3k damage, 2,700. So from these stats alone, I think it's still going to be a pretty strong brawler, but that HP nerf's definitely going to be a big hit on him. So we'll try him out in this video, see whether it's actually been worthwhile or not. But of course, before we jump into it, make sure you're using the creator code. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the first game then. So I played a quick warm-up game, and yeah, Poco Hank on this map in particular still looks really strong. We'll see with our composition. We've got a B and a Shelly, which should be able to deal some decent damage against the Hank. We're still using the 8-bit strategy. Of course, it should have been nerfed by now. I think that could be like an underrated strategy, but by no means it should be like the go-to strategy anymore since the nerf. So we're going to try and get ourselves into a pocket right here. I need to heal up, so I'm not even going to waste time using my bubble right there. That was quite risky because the Hank actually nearly got close to us. We're going to pop our shield right here, which is definitely a bad moment to pop it. We popped it a bit too preemptive there. Now I'm going to back off away from this Hank, try and get some extra damage onto him, and he just deleted me. Okay, the Hank 1v1's just disgraceful. Like, what just actually happened there? He was just able to run inside me and just deal such insane damage. I'm going to pop our shield right here, and hopefully, okay, no, my finger just completely slipped, but we should be able to confirm that kill right there. Nice. So the damage gear on Hank is still pretty, I won't really say broken, but it's definitely really strong. Like, still getting like 3k damage for one shot with the damage gear popped is still insane to me. Again, pretty weak here, so I'm actually not going to pop my bubble just yet. Allow myself a few seconds just to try and get some extra healing. We're going to try and sneak up on these guys. I'm going to get caught out, but we've got a good healthy gem lead at the moment. Just need 2 more gems to secure this win. Again, just kind of doing this trick where I walk backwards, and Hank's just going to be able to one-shot the B, which again is just ridiculous. Still in that 8-bit turret is going to be really dangerous for anyone that wants to approach the Hank. We're going to walk up here, hopefully get some decent damage right here, but we're going to use their speed boost to try and get away though. And now we've baited that shot, we can start to push on into this 8-bit hopefully. Rico goes down. That is definitely going to give us a little bit of a chance to get close to these guys. And Hank, okay, just misses that shot right there. Should be able to get some good damage onto the Hank and the 8-bit damage, 8-bit turret. And now we've got the countdown, but this isn't going to last for long. I really need to push forward. Hank is looking dangerous with that bubble right there. Does actually get the better of the trades, and it is just still Hank stars at the moment. I know the nerf has only just happened, but to me it feels like nothing has changed with him. It feels nothing has changed, and it's a little bit more squishy against other brawlers, but Hank versus Hank interactions are just completely down bad. So I might be able to sneak up onto these guys right here. Let's see if I'm able to get close, but I'm not. So Hank versus Hank is pretty hard. For me, he still seems insanely strong. Let's hop into the next one. Alright guys, jumping into the next game then. So we're literally facing off against probably 3 of the biggest Hank counters. So this could be a good judgment to see whether he's strong or not. Crow with that reduced damage is pretty dangerous against me. Dynamite or just any throw is probably good against Hank in general. So that's just one thought, but we're able just to catch the Dynamite off guard. And then Maisie I've mentioned a few times, just so strong because you can cycle the super pretty easily against the Hank, and we're able to walk that one in thanks to Golden Retriever carrying as always. So again, it's going to shoot the bubble backwards. But for me, I know, again, it's just literally, I played 3 games of him. I think the main issue, which I don't think will be fixed in the short term, just of course has to be the range. Like, the size of the bubble is just ridiculous. Like, the fact that you can shoot through a wall with that range, to me, is just absolutely insane. We're going to pop to the Dynamite as well, and Retriever might be able to score this one. Unfortunately, Maisie does have super. We still haven't fixed that kind of visual effect right there where you have the ball and your shot still charges. Maybe they want to keep that, but again, a bit of a cheesy strategy. Maisie's someone we don't really want to be running towards right now, but we'll just try and chip her down at a range. Again, I can actually pass the ball off and then straight away pop that. I'm going to pop my gadget as well, and unfortunately that Dynamite super was just in the exact right tile where I couldn't really do much. So super didn't really help me out in that scenario. With Hank super, you literally got to be on top of someone to get that damage, which I guess, you know, Hank super, people say is pretty broken in a sense, but it's only really broken against maybe his biggest counters, you know, like any type of aggro, because then you can just pop the gadget and then you can just super. So yeah, at a minute, 50 seconds left, and we're doing pretty decent so far. Also, I should be streaming every single day on Twitch, except for the weekends right now. I just want to start playing more Power League. I'm having a lot more fun with it, especially with a somewhat new meta. And I don't know, everyone just seems to be playing Power League at the moment, so I am really enjoying it. So probably I'm going to stream it a little bit more on Twitch. Thankfully, my teammates are able to help me with a getaway right here, but Maisie, wow, with that super is just so dangerous. We're going to be able to catch her off guard though, but we're going to pop the gadget now, which should allow us to run straight into the Dynamite. But with Crow's poison, 2,300 damage, which isn't a lot. We can actually kill the Dynamite eventually here in Retriever in a 1v1. Let's see if he can finish things off. But as overtime pops and as the walls go down, Hank's only going to get worse. Of course, that's just how naturally you counter a lot of the tanky brawlers. It's just by outranging them. It's pretty simple, right? Brawl Stars can be a simple game sometimes. So we're going to pop into the Maisie right here. Managed to get her pretty weak, but it's not looking very likely that we're going to get close enough to her to take her down. Nope, just missing out. I'm actually going to lose that game. So yeah, I didn't really have the biggest of impacts there. Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit. Maybe this nerf might be doing more than it seems. So that's going to be the second game. Let's hop into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into the final game then. So yeah, I've kind of just ran out of words to explain about Hank right now. It's just been Hank 24/7. I think everyone knows why he's strong and how to play him right now. So it's just literally just trial and error, seeing whether he's actually been nerfed right now. So the Bonnie actually misses that jump right there, but I don't think got really enough time to escape. We're going to pop the gadget, which is actually going to keep us alive, but Bonnie's just going to be able to destroy us. So yeah, I mean, again, Bonnie's actually a decent counter to Hank because you can just jump straight on top of him, of course, with her super, and that's going to help her out. So again, I'm going to pop the gadget when I run into these guys' faces, and I've just got such a big damage reduction when I run into these guys that they can't really do too much. But again, all 3 of them pinch me down. People are slowly learning to counter him. Again, that could be a new thing as well. When a new brawler comes out, it can take a little bit of a while for people to get used to like a strong brawler, but that's some really good teamwork from these guys. Somehow we're able to defend it, and now I can start getting that extra speed boost. I should be able to get close to the Dynamite. Maybe. No, he's doing a good job of keeping me back for now. But again, with the health gear, that health gear regen is just insane. We're able just to run straight into the Dynamite, and hopefully we can get this Bonnie down with the help of these walls. Health gear is going to take a few times, and that's going to be Bonnie pretty much. Oh no, okay, so that damage enough definitely helping the Bonnie out right there. Let's see if we can. Okay, 3,100 damage with the damage gear pops, so basically just the same pre-nerf. But yeah, the damage gear was just so broken on him before, so definitely still helping a little bit. Our Mortis should be doing a lot more considering he's facing off against literally 3 of his better of matchups. We can run into the Bonnie right here. She's just got to accept her fate, and now we just have a Hank respawning though. Like, this guy's still so tanky, 7,500 HP, just respawning at you all the time. I mean, there's nothing I can really do in this 1v1. We're just kind of vibing. Still a little bit of a glitch though whenever I'm kind of spinning around. The shot, like, look, it's not really charging up, even though that might be just a visual thing. Okay, no, it's definitely a bit of a bug. So that's something you don't want to be doing with Hank, like just swinging it around, because the thing is, it's actually a bit bugged. We might be able to get a goal scoring opportunity here. Looks like the Dynamite's just going to pass this one away, and it's not looking very likely right now that we're going to get the ball out of the corners. So at least that's some good games right there. I don't think we even won one with Hank, so I guess maybe he's not as strong as it seems. I don't know, maybe I'm just trash, but at least you guys can test out Hank for yourself. Let me know what you think of him. Some people were trying to be a little bit, I don't know what the word is for it, like when you're trying to get like a controversial opinion, saying that Hank is an OP. He definitely was completely broken. Now I would say he's more in the strong period, but maybe not as broken as before. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.